So today I haven't made something completely new. I've improved on another design. I've been working on a sheep farm, and the original here that you can see here is by JL2579, and it was designed to have the player in the minecart, and it travels down these lines, and you clip this side of the sheep, and then it turns around, it comes back, and you clip the other side of the sheep. And the problem with that is it leaves some wool in behind here, because you don't get to pick it up as you're clipping as you come back. And that's alright, because generally you can run through the farm in 5 minutes and pick it up, but for my purposes I don't want to run through the farm twice, only once. So I wanted a way to collect all the wool all the time without missing any and leaving any drops behind. So I've taken this design from JL, and over here he had a copy of this one here laid out, and I started work on that. But let's just take a quick look at JL's first. So there's a whole heap of levers under here from the powered rail above. So basically what happens is, this is below the detector rail here. You can see this redstone creates a one-tick pulse with the piston. That goes into this piston, which acts as a T flip-flop. And that turns this on and off. And this line here goes to a timer that makes the powered track flash so you're going at the right speed. It's not that complicated, but the way he's done it down here with the timer is really hard to look at and understand. And he actually provided a simpler way when he was doing the video of how to do the timer, and that's over here. So this is the same timer, but really simplified down and tidied up. So when I did my changes, I worked this timer into it as well as, yeah, adding in my bit that I wanted to do. So that's enough of looking at the old stuff. Here's the new stuff. Okay, so here I had what I was testing with. I had an entry to the row and an exit to the row, and I just connected them together for the sake of testing. So what I added in is I changed the whole front part here. I kept the same detector rail, and I added in this intersection here. Now this intersection here flicks between this state and something else. It flicks the other way as well, I think. And one way, yeah, it flicks, so it turns this way, and it flicks this way. So obviously that allows you to get straight ahead, or go around again. So what happens is you come in, you go over this once, you go around, turn around, come over it the second time. On the second time, actually this one's out of sync, but this here should be default the other way. And then when you come around it here, this here will change to like this. You go back down again, go over this for the third time. When you go over this for the third time, this here will change to like this. So then when you come around it and go down, turn around again, and you'll go around and continue on to the next one. So I've mirrored the design, or actually let's just take a look. So the changing of this every third pass over the detector rail was done by, okay, so let's just show you the bit that's the same as JL's. So here it is, the detector rail comes down, creates a one-tick pulse. Now, this is where it starts to get, the T flip-flop is where it starts to get different. Instead of going straight ahead with the T flip-flop, I decided to make it go down. This allows me to branch it in two directions rather than one. So it comes down and it will land on top of this torch here. And the torch will power this line, which goes to the timer, which I reorientated a little bit and made it so I could turn it off and on with the piston. So this here is a toggle right here, and it also goes around here, goes over this. This block here is also a one tick pulse, so we made it into a toggle pulse. This would stay on. Then I made it back into a one tick pulse, into a second T flip-flop. So we have a T flip-flop connected to a T flip-flop, essentially. And when that one there is powered, it runs through a piece of dust up to a torch, into a repeater, and underneath the track. Okay, so let's go see this in action, shall we? So I've made this one here so it'll run, I've added a few more bits of boost track, so it'll run with an empty minecart. So let's watch it. Why didn't that go? Come on, Rusty. I've got a fair bit of lag at the moment, so I have to excuse that. Now I'm standing in the way. Gee whiz. I'm pro at this. Okay, so there it goes, and you can see the track's flashing. Turn around, and it'll come back, and it'll come around, and it'll go again. And you see as it went over the third time, this track here changed. And we'll start the process all over again. So down here I've highlighted the important blocks. I've color-coded everything to do with the color itself, and I've highlighted the important blocks to make this simple. I'll provide the world download just as Dale did. I don't see it's my right to not give it out after changing it when he already gave it out. So I've color-coded everything important down here. The gold blocks are the T flip-flop blocks. The lapis is the one-tick pulse generators. And down here the iron is just an off-on complete the circuit block. As you can see, it went around. Where is it? There it is. All the way around and back to the start. So if there were sheep in there, I could write it and show you all that, which would be great, but I do not have the time to put sheep in there, although I have creative, so I can just, yeah. We won't go into that anymore. But apart from that, it's all the same. It tiles perfectly. May have noticed in JLs, everything was a bit clumped down around the timer area, but putting this timer in that he put over here and left over here when he was making the video, it actually really simplifies the whole lot. Makes it really easy to see what's going on. There's no trickery, it's just, and there's a complete block of gap between them here, and there's no issues, which is brilliant. Overall, I was really surprised. It took a little bit of fiddling to get the two T flip-flops to work after each other. Had some issues where I had dust here and it wasn't working, and so on, but that was just my noobiness, and I'm glad I wasn't recording then. So that's it for this video, guys. There'll be a download for the world below the video.